Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are doing well. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Hi, so in this video we are going to build on Lambda to extract this number. So my end expected result is this one. So it will give me these numbers. So basically it will give in this column, but I'm using transfer function. Or if it's only a number, then it will give the number. If it's non-normal text, now it's returning a calculation error, but we can override that using if error. So this is my end call and wants to do that using a lambda. Also, I don't want to use any beta channel function like text split or text after text before. So it will be a little bit tricky in this case because we need to extract some data. So the process is that we want to extract only those number and replace all the characters with comma or something like this. Okay, so at first we need to split this into characters. So for that, let's say this is source text, this is chars. Okay, now you can say that okay, meet, this is the text and start number. In that case, I'm going to use a sequence, and then row will be length of this. Okay, so that is the sequence and the number of characters 1. Now if I run this, now you can see that I get 1997 is. So all the character has been split in this section, right? So this is that characters. Now what we need to do, we need to combine this data and we need to remove these characters and only keep the numbers. And let me show you that one. So for that we can use reduced function. So only keep numbers or something like that. So this reduce function basically take initial value, that means empty string because we don't have any characters or number yet. Now array will be this characters list and then this function. So that would need to be a lambda. So first parameter is that it number, and the second parameter is this each of this character. So current char. Now the third one is the calculation. Okay, so let's say if I just put this current char and then if I run this, then you can see this, the current char, it's m, right? Why it's m? Because the last character is m, because we don't have any concatenation or anything else, right? So this is m. Now what I need to do, I need to use this consolidation. So this one, now it will return me exactly same thing as it is. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to have some condition to consolidate this or not, right? So now I'm going to add that consolidation criteria. So if this number, in that case we want to do this consolidation, right? Consolidated number and character. Now if I run this, now this is if logical value of true, if value of false. So if I put like this, now it's give me this answer, right? This is empty because the last one is not a number, so the last one return this empty string. So in case of not a number, I can just put that this one. So how these things is going on, this consolidated number initially is empty string for the first character, that is a number, if is number current char, so that is consolidated number, and current char, that is 1, that's become 1. And then again for the next one, that is become 1997, and then for the third one I. Now if you look into this one, it's not returning an expected result, right? I was expecting that it will return 1997 and 203. So why is that? So if I just do is number, and then if I just say okay, this is this a number, it's saying false. So basically it's say that this one is a text instead of a number. But if we wrap this into a value function, and now it's saying true. Now if we just do that part, so instead of is number, we need to wrap this one inside of a value function. Now you can see that 1997203, right? That is this one. So that is returning expected number, but the issue is that this 1997 and 203 should be two different number, and there is no delimiter between these two right now, right? So this consolidated number, get rid of this consolidated number, make this outside of this if condition. We just need to pass this current char because it's saying consolidated number, and if it's a number then add this consolidation. Now if it's not a number, in that case we need to just replace that with empty string, right? So this is like this. So now it's returning this one. Now what I need to do, I need to add one more validation, right? If it's not a number, then we want to add a comma in between that. So what I'll do now, I'll just say that okay, this is comma. Now the issue is that there are so many comma in between these two numbers, right? So what I need to do, I need to just add one comma instead of multiple commas. So for that, I'll just check if right of this consolidated number, let's take one character, is not equals to comma. In that case, add a comma. Otherwise, if it's already comma, then don't add that comma. Now you can see that get this 1997 comma 203. So we get this number, and in between that there is comma, right? Now we can just wrap this one inside of one more right function and just remove that last comma, or we can just keep that. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to replace these commas with filter XML syntax. So in case of filter XML, it's like root and then child, and then this child number, let's say 1997, and then child is closed, and then root is closed. So substitute this one, let's substitute comma. So it's need to be end tag and start tag of child node. Now this makes this 1997 child 203, and then child because it has this comma. Now we need to wrap this with parent nodes, right? So root, and then we need to close this roots, but we also need to close child node. Let's see this XML now. So it's saying root, so 1997 child, so that is this one. Also we need to add a child node in this section, so that is child. So root child close, and then this. So child is start, child close, child is start, child close. There is child is start and child close. In between there is nothing because there is comma. Now what we need to do, so this is our XML. Then we need to use filter XML. So filter XML. Now this XML path is slash and then child. Let's see what it does. Yeah. So we get this particular number 1997203, and then this is the value error because the last one has invalid syntax. Now we can just do that. Okay, filter and take this data and just filter if it's a number. Just filter that. So 1997203. So this is our expected result. So split it, and this is our filter function. Now we may do this one more thing, that we can just get rid of this last commas. In that case we will not get this validator function. So this is our expected numbers, right? I have this 203, in that case 1997. So this is our expected output. Let's say this number is not exist, this number doesn't exist, and this is returning a calculation error. So this calculation errors begin with in this section, right? So value error, and it's saying there is a calculation error because there is no number. So you can just wrap this up. So if error, then just put a blank. Okay. So that's it, the final output. Now we can just add this number back, 1997. So this is my email address actually. And let's say add one more number for testing purpose. So that is this one. So this is our expected result. Now we need to combine these steps and then just make one lambda. We can do this easily. If you watch my previous video, then you already know this, how to build this one, right? So we'll just start with this lambda. So initially we have only one argument, so that is source text, and then let. Now I'll use Alt Enter, so it will make, and then 3 space. Now first one is this chars, and there will be chars validation. Okay. Now when I'm building this, I'll use textual syntax. So this is chars. So let me get this. So this one. So B3 will be replaced with source step. Now I'll add this only keep numbers, and calculation step is this one. So this particular function. So I'll get this one and put that into this section. So instead of C3 it will be chars. Now the fourth step is this XML. So that is Alt Enter XML, and then XML calculation is this one. Now this is splitted numbers. Now this is splitted number is this formula. So E3 instead of E3 it will say XML. This is final combination. So this is our expected final end lambda. Now let's invoke this one. So if I just say B3, so let me check this calculation mode. Okay. So source text, source text, only keep numbers, B3. So if we don't add the if error, so it's returning calculation error. So that's that. So basically it's returning calculation error. So there are some issue in this section, like this char has and only keep numbers. So let's see. Yeah. So that does that issue. Let me wrap this into if error. So this is our expected lambda. So we just need to add this into name manager. So we can just press Ctrl F3, new extract numbers, and then just put that particular definition. Now if we just say instead of that, let's say new extract numbers and then just b3. So that's it. Thank you for watching.